Josh disappeared.
I disappeared.
He's still there for me.
Yeah, still
Live
here for
video
me.
will return when their internet improves. So
Fetch.
it's okay. It will record at 1080p.
Okay.
It just kind of like it buffers on the site. It prioritizes buffering the quality on the site versus showing me the image of you.
Okay.
So right now, Daniel doesn't look nearly as good as he will when I export it. Like he looks like absolute
real
trash
good.
right now, but
Thanks.
later,
Looking good.
あの夜も
he looks fantastic.
Oh, we'll see. I don't feel fantastic.
You look great, sweetie.
You don't feel fantastic?
No, busy day.
Yeah.
I
Why was
cleaned
your
a
day
lot
busy?
today. I get into spring cleaning mode and I just clean all day, and now I'm tired.
Gotcha. I'm kind
New
of in that
Year's
mode.
cleaning.
Except it's more like my kids got a bunch of presents, and now I have a bunch of stuff I have to build. So
Nice.
currently, I'm building a rock climbing wall in our basement.
Let's go.
Jealous.
Fun. It's looking pretty good. I'm proud of it so far. For never having built anything like that. I'm sure it's easy for some people, but I am no Bob the Builder.
When you're done, you can come build one at my house.
Nah, man, you got to come over here and build me a wall. I know you're good at building walls.
Build a wall. Build you a wall, and you can help me. I have one wall in my house that like extends from the first floor all the way through to the second floor, and it's just because the staircase is right there. It's like this piece of wall. I should just put a rock climbing thing all the way up that whole thing.
Yeah, we don't need stairs.
Yeah. Oh, that'd
just
be
rock climbing walls.
You want to go to bed?
Stairs are for
You gotta
quitting.
get strong. Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to get
I'm actually
food,
kind of considering this now.
So, by the way, we have today Josh, my brother, with us.
Right.
Daniel, as always, and Jonathan, myself, as always. So, thank you for joining us, Josh.
Yeah. Glad to have.
Yeah,
Glad to
it's
be
been
here.
a while,
Thanks for having me.
Josh.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I see you pretty regularly because I watch the pod on my my daily commute. But yeah, it's good to catch up.
Yeah, man. Maybe this year Jonathan will be successful in getting me to do the what's that run called? On Memorial Day or no?
Murph.
It's like Labor Day.
The Murph
The
race.
Murph.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
this
the
year is
Murph.
the year I'll fly up there and actually do it.
Man,
So I mean, you've been doing like a bunch of like 4K or what I'm thinking 4K, like 5K.
5K.
All those K races.
The K ones,
is what you've been doing.
not
So
the
I feel like
American
this
ones.
shouldn't be too bad for you.
I think
it's
it's
only
not
2
the
miles.
running or the squats. Like I don't think it's running. It's like squats, right? And then pull-ups and push-ups or something, right?
Yeah. The push-ups and the pull-ups.
It's
definitely.
really the pull-ups.
Yeah.
I've never been strong with pull-ups. I gotta work. What is it? Shoulders?
Yeah, shoulders
I
and
don't
back.
know what it is for pull-ups.
But we can scale it however
Shoulders
you
and
need,
back.
man. It'd be a good time. You should come.
Whatever. You just scale it to whatever it is I need to beat Jonathan, and that's it.
Okay, deal. Done and done.
You could definitely beat me on the running. I don't like running. So
Okay.
that's my least favorite part of the Murph race.
Yeah, just
Um,
get through the running.
Yeah, I did a good 3 miles this morning. It's nice, perfect weather. So I was like, I'm gonna go run. Feels nice. Do the same tomorrow for the new year. A New Year's jog.
Oh yeah, it'll be the new
So
year tomorrow.
yeah, what's your
I know it's weird.
guys' New Year's resolutions?
Gonna be.
I'd say my main one is to cure my sleep apnea,
It's a
and I
good one.
will. I will this year.
I'm getting worse. I promise. I resolve to be a worse version of myself. We, yeah,
Going against the grain.
against the grain. Yeah. No, yeah. John just met my firstborn a little bit ago, and she's doing everything
Uh,
she can to make sure I don't get my sleep habits in order. So we'll just take what we're given for the next little bit. So yeah,
Get enough sleep to get through BT school. Just enough.
exactly.
You probably weren't before, and now, baby.
Yeah, it's been questionable all along the way.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
let's dive into it. I think the first thing I wanted to talk about was a big part of the reason why I brought Josh on, because he's like the only one of us that really watches a lot of Naruto. That's why I wore my Naruto shirt.
Let's
It's a
go.
special occasion.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had the same
so
idea.
Josh,
Yeah.
I'm wearing this shirt from Target. So yeah.
Oh, let's
But
go.
here's what I want to do to start the Naruto segment.
Okay.
I've never seen Naruto. I've never seen
Okay.
even one episode. I think I watched like 10 seconds on a TikTok one time. I'm going to tell you what I honestly think Naruto's about, and you tell me how close I am to knowing what Naruto's about.
How wrong am
How
I right
how wrong am I?
now?
Okay.
Because just it's basically a huge puzzle that I've put together in my head, and it's probably wrong. So,
It's just the
all
spider
right,
web from Always Sunny. No. Okay.
yes.
It's
All
the
right.
cup game. He heard a bunch of things, and this is what he's come up with.
This is what
Okay.
it happened. It's a game of telephone. All
All
right.
right.
So Naruto's a little boy, and his parents like needed somewhere to put a demon, or they like had a demon, and they like put it inside of him because they're like, hey, we don't know where to put this, or not, maybe not that generic, but they put a demon in him, and
What do I do
then
with this? Put it
they
in
like
him.
died. They died or something, and then like I know that the whole village just like hates him, like everything, and then he eats a lot of ramen. I'm assuming because it's on t-shirts a ton, and so he finally gets his chance to go to ninja school and becomes super powerful ninja and meets friends along the way, like the guy that has the eye thing and the pink
Okay.
haired girl.
Kakashi.
Kakashi and
Kakashi.
Lame version of
Hinata.
Gojo. Just kidding.
You're
Not as cool
Hinata is
So
version.
definitely a friend he makes
how
along the
where am
way.
I
So
at
yeah,
on
you're
my
good there.
knowledge?
She's not the pink-haired girl. Nothing you said was inaccurate.
Is it Sakura?
Sakura is the
Ooh,
pink-haired girl.
nice.
Sakura is a
Yeah.
person.
Every,
Nice.
everything you said was accurate. I'm not sure how. It's like you're right, but man, are you right? No, absolutely you're right. So Naruto, yeah, Naruto. The thing about it is the when we start the series, yeah, he's just a little boy, but we don't know a ton of like his story. We come to find out yeah, the whole village hates him. He grows up as this orphan child who's kind of the ward of the state, but everyone gives him a hard time and looks down on him because he has a demon in him, and no one really knows why he has the demon in him or who he was before that. Um, yeah, I feel like that, my honest opinion, that's one of the biggest plot holes for the whole story is of why did he get treated so poorly? Because along the way, it's not until way late in the story we find out like who his parents is, the circumstance that made him have um, this demon fox in him. Yeah, once we find out all the details, it's just like, yeah, why did everyone treat him so poorly? But yeah, he goes to ninja school to try to get strong and make to earn everybody's respect, and it's kind of the story of him overcoming himself and then overcoming all of the how everyone looks down on him. So beating the odds to become the leader of the village, so everyone will respect him and love him eventually. So it's a really cool story.
All right,
There's
so that's pretty close.
a lot of little life lessons in it. But yeah, no, yeah, everything you said was pretty accurate.
Nice. Oh, I guess I did also forget. I learned from the I think I got this with Chip Chapley. The why is everyone choking Sasuke thing, because Sasuke is a jerk, and I don't know who that is, but I think they're like he's like the friend character,
Yeah,
and he's just kind of a broody
He's
person.
Naruto's lover. Just kidding.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah, well, he's a tsundere
for Naruto.
we
Okay,
know
all
what
right.
subreddits John's
No.
been on.
Is that? Do you write a
I'm not.
fanfic shipping those?
I'm not wrong about this though. Like Naruto's like is like hunting him down, and he's like, "Why won't you be my friend the whole time?"
Yep. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so they're not like
the
travel companions. I was assumed they were.
there's two series of Naruto, the actual Naruto series. There's when Naruto's a little boy, and then when Naruto's angsty teenager, right? Um, and
Mhm.
during the when
Sasuke
the
doesn't change much.
yeah, Sasuke is just angsty and broody always. In every boy
Angsty
band,
child,
there's
then he's an angsty
the one who
teenager.
wears black and has eyeliner, and that's Sasuke from start to finish. And into
Yep.
Boruto, it's pretty
Yep.
much
All
still that.
right.
So, but yeah, they're
Nothing if
um,
not consistent.
yep, Sasuke is very consistent. But they get put into teams of three for the Ninja Academy that you mentioned. They go to ninja school. They get put in teams of three where they put three Genin, which is like the beginner level ninja, with one Jonin, which is the guy with his eye covered, Kakashi. He's in charge of teaching and raising these three to be ninjas on their own. So Sasuke,
Black belts.
the
Just kidding.
yeah, exactly. Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura get put on a team together of a bunch of misfits, and Kakashi's in charge of making sure they learn how to be ninjas.
Okay.
Pretty
One
fun,
day
pretty
I'll
fun.
read the or watch this. One day.
So what's
Yeah.
going on right now? Do you know? Do you know?
Right now,
Like as far as
in
like Baruto and stuff.
oh, Boruto. Yeah, so I mentioned so there's Naruto the original series, then there is Naruto Shippuden where they're a little bit older, where the majority of like the main story comes along. Um, and then
Mm-hmm.
after all of those storylines are kind of resolved, um, they've come out with this uh, next generations where it's about all the original casts have kids and how their lives um, kind of are the stories focused on the lives of the kids now. So Boruto is Naruto's son. Naruto and Hinata have two kids, and one of them is Boruto, and one is
Spoiler.
uh, uh, yeah. In case you couldn't tell by the only other blonde-headed character in the entire series, and also has whiskers, um, but yeah, those are his kids, and that's the story of them. And they've animated most of the Boruto story of when Boruto's a kid, and now the manga take is to where kind of the Naruto to Naruto Shippuden, where the story of Naruto as a teenager. Now we're kind of in the area where Boruto is the teenager in the second series. So we're getting into the second series of Boruto.
We're getting
So
into
Okay.
Boruto
there's a
Shippuden.
lot. Pretty much. It's Two Blue Vortex is what it's called. I don't know why. I'm sure there's a
Cool.
reason, but I haven't
Went
looked
off the
into it.
naming convention there.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, I need to get back into it, but I admittedly got to Boruto and like a lot of people, they just kind of fell off because it was a different mangaka doing it. Um,
yeah.
and I don't know, I don't know the name of the mangaka that was doing it, but they switched back to the original and it got good again. So apparently it's good again. So uh, I'm interested in getting back into it. So hopefully
Yeah, I'm a little
do that.
different on that camp. So I when John and I were young, well, a lot younger than Jonathan, but when we were young is when I
Younger.
started watching, yeah, when I started watching Naruto, excuse me. I watched the first however much they were showing on Cartoon Network at night, and then I just kind of fell away from it for years and years until I got into college. And it was like 2 years ago, I just kind of binged all of the Naruto content. And they'd already gone into a good amount of the Boruto content. And so I just kind of, after Naruto Shippuden was done, I just seamlessly went into Boruto, and I didn't really notice any significant differences that would make me think like, oh man, there's a different writer and it's too woke or it's too this, that, or the other. To me, it honestly seemed a lot pretty similar to how the original Naruto series was. It was just with a different cast of characters, but there were a lot of parallels you could draw to the original story, and it was kind of cool to see. But but yeah, apparently it initially had a lot of backlash, and there's a lot of people who are like a lot of the purists are not a big fan of the Boruto series.
Yeah, I've definitely heard a lot of that. You're really good at binging through things. I
Yeah,
know very recently you told me that you binged through One Piece. So
a lot of
you're
it.
current
Yeah,
on One Piece, correct?
One Piece helped a
At least.
lot with getting getting current with it. One Piece was one I watched a lot of when we were kids. I watched through, I want to say, the first 400 episodes or so while I still lived with mom and dad, but then this last year or so I've gotten current on it. So
Sweet.
it's
So have you read the latest chapter with Kuma?
yeah, yeah. What a story.
So we gotta talk about that. Yeah,
We have to talk about that. Um,
Oh
that's
yeah, we're
Kuma
finally out of
has
the
been
backstory. Like,
Kuma has been so fun. Um, I'll say that just because rinsed through it kind of fast. So um, when Kuma first appeared, and he was just this big behemoth who was supposed to take out the Straw Hats. Like we see him at what was it,
mm-hmm.
the Archipelago, and he just rinses
Sabati.
them. And yes, yeah, Sabaody. And you're like, who is this monster? He's the worst. And then here we are, 500 chapters later, whatever it is, and we're just like shedding tears over Kuma and his poor backstory. But he is such a fun character.
Poor guy. I mean, he has been through freaking the worst. He's had the worst life, and it's really not fair. Uh, you just see how. I mean, it paints a picture of how horrible Saint Saturn is, and I'm sure the five elders in general are, but him and as they're highlighting him right now, he is a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Well, if he's that bad, I'm sure the rest of them are equally bad, if not more. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's terrible.
So apparently that what is the disease that
The
that
blue
Bonnie
sapphire
and
scales.
Yeah.
Bonnie and her mom got was because of him. So
He did
the
experiments on them.
the entire reason that Kuma is, like basically throwing his life away is to what was to save Bonnie, but it was all orchestrated by Saint Saturn in the first place. So it could have just never happened. But I thought it was ironic. When Saturn was saying, he's basically saying, like, why should I understand the desires of an insect. Basically, like, why should a god understand the desires of an insect, right? So he's just like, you guys are nothing to me, and it was ironic because he's like the spider guy.
I know
Yeah.
he is he's about to get pwned right now though. Like Luffy is gonna be back up next chapter, and something's gonna happen. And
I
he's gonna feel pain for the first time in a long time this
Yeah,
chapter.
I
I
hope so. I
anticipate
sure hope
something.
so.
I what I'm hoping for, because Bonnie, I guess her power was lessened because it wasn't a reality, so her power is less if she tries to adjust things that aren't based on something she truly believes. So when she tried to use like her Nika mode, it wasn't as powerful because it's a belief of hers, but it's not as strong as if she like knew it, as a reality. So as soon as she finds out like this is Nika, this is real, she's gonna freaking go to
She's
town.
gonna get a
There's
power
gonna be
up.
two Nikas beating
Oh,
on
I know.
Saturn and Kuma.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Kuma to show up because obviously, like a big part of the backstory was explaining he doesn't have by such and such point he's not going to have any free will, but somehow clearly something went wrong with that because he's fighting his way out of uh, wherever it is he was being held captive. He left Dragon and the revolutionaries, and he's just like finding his way back to. I assume he's going to try to find Bonnie, but with whatever little free will he has left. So I think he's going to make it there, and it's hopefully to do some
Ah,
damage.
you haven't got to the latest one then.
Have I not? Did it come out today?
He's there. He's
Yeah,
about
he's
to punch
there.
Saturn in the face.
Oh no! Feel free to talk about it.
Yes.
I read it. It
Sorry
went
for
today.
spoiling it. I thought you were there.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Well, are you? Yeah. So he's like
One
this
Piece.
close to punching him in the face, and he's and Saturn is scared, and it feels nice.
Good. 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 So I read the manga on Shonen, and
Yeah, that releases on
It,
Sundays.
yep.
yeah, it came.
Sorry, it's so yeah, that takes a little bit longer there, but
Ah, that makes sense. Well, I thought it was up to date,
so
but
Well, for
it's
now,
did.
we'll stop there so you can read it. But like,
Ah,
essentially, I
sorry,
said my
Jeff.
piece on it. I'm excited for this next week when things are gonna go down.
Good,
yep.
good. That's what I like to
That's an
hear.
exciting time.
I've been watching a lot of JJK, and so I'm just kind of used to like having my hopes up and then just having them dashed every time the chapter comes out. So I'm glad to hear that my hopes of Kuma making it to go put some hurt on Saturn, like that's at least being realized. So
Yeah, Oda writes the opposite way what Gege Akutami
Akutami.
writes. And that is, Gege likes to make everyone cry and kill everyone, and Oda doesn't like to kill anyone. So
He likes to make
Nobody
you
does.
cry, and then he builds you up with a heartwarming
False hope.
story. But I'm surprised he murked a few people. I mean, quite a few people in Wano. Like, I'm surprised he did that. You know, he just let's kill some people.
yep.
Yeah.
You can tell he like tries really hard not to. Whereas Gege's just like, let's just get rid of this one. Everybody loves this person now, so let's get rid of him. You like Nanami?
Yeah.
He's dead.
As soon as they start getting, they get a backstory in the middle of a fight scene, you're like, oh no, they're done.
It's coming.
Oh no,
Yep.
this is so bad. Poor Nobara, like starts telling us about where she came from. I'm like, oh no,
Oh,
this
no.
Like,
this
oh,
is
here
the
it
end.
comes.
She has such a sad backstory. She had no friends.
Yeah. She was
Yeah.
cool. I was pretty saddened by her dying.
She died. Oh no!
Oh,
No one said
sorry.
she died.
What? No, she could be alive.
She might be alive. No one said she's dead.
I
You
stopped
never know.
because Nanami, Gojo, everyone I'm like, oh gosh, I need to stop watching this. I need to stop reading this. I just need to
Daniel, be depressed
wait.
with the rest of us.
Yeah, Daniel.
You know, no.
We forced Jordan
I love
into
it.
this.
I love the show, but oh, did you?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jordan. He was like,
Oh
yeah,
man.
I'm into some like pretty happy-go-lucky animes right now, and John and I are like, no, man, come suffer with us. You have to watch this.
Come to the dark side.
Listen, I don't know if you guys have seen the
Okay.
anime Akame ga Kill, but I learned from that you'd never get attached to
Oh, yeah.
any character ever, because you're like, this one's cool, they're dead. Oh
That's
man,
that's a
this
good
new character's
comparison.
cool, they're dead. Everyone's dead. And you're like, frick. So
That is a good comparison. I mean, Akame ga Kill is even more so. It's even worse than JJK about killing off their characters. It's like every episode, another person is dead.
I just hated how they introduce it's like, oh, this person, she's super cool. She's a brand new character. Wow, she's going to do some cool stuff. No, she's dead now. It's like, frick.
Dang it.
Just gone immediately.
I had high hopes. It's so short. Like, it's only 2 seasons, and it's like maybe 20 episodes each or something. And it's a quick watch. But I'd
If they're
recommend
killing
it
off
still.
their characters that fast, it
'cause
has
it's
to be
good.
that. It's got to be pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted, at least you and Daniel, to talk about, because you guys are a little bit more familiar with, is Attack on Titan. Is you've watched through that, right, Daniel? And you could spoil it. That's fine.
No, I stopped before season 4.
Oh.
I decided to end it where I wanted to.
Where I wanted to.
So
Why did you want to end it there?
Yeah, where did you end it? What made you want to stop where you stopped?
Okay, this is how it goes with me in animes. I always love the first season. It's new, it's fresh, it's a mystery. You know, you got this like random like stuff just going on, right? And you have lots of development for the characters. Season 2 was cool because they introduced a lot more new characters, and you have like, you know, oh my gosh, like that person's a Titan. Oh shoot, wow, you know, and you're just like learning more and more, and oh, there's Titans in the walls. What, you know,
In the walls.
Like there's all these things, right? And season 3, I just was like, okay, whoa, what's happening? Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, so it just ramped so high for me. I was like, oh, okay. What am I forgetting? What do I need to know? And I just started trying to figure it out. Like, oh, there's other civilization, and there's this, all this, and so then I stopped and was like, okay, maybe I'll keep going with this later. But man, it overwhelmed me.
So what's going on in season 3? Maybe Josh can elaborate. Do you recall what's going on in season 3?
Um, like I said, like John mentioned, I decide I'm gonna watch a show and I watch all of it. Like I don't watch anything else until I finish that. And so I watched all of Attack on Titan. Uh, I started the week before the last episode came out, and I finished the week after that. So I did the whole thing in like 2 weeks or so.
Oof.
Yeah, yeah. So when you say
Dang.
seasons,
Dedication.
when you say seasons, I have no idea. So, um, which what was going on in the third season?
Um, yeah, and I'm trying to think too because I know there was the whole thing where they have like a certain number of like named titans, right?
Yep, there's
They have
9 of
like
them.
the colossal titan, the attack titan, the armored titan, all those. And I don't know if it was season 3 or the end of season 2 or whatever, but where they learn that like those actually came from that other civilization, and they like exile people and turn them into titans and send them back over to the wherever they live in the wall place. Um, and that's around the time I stopped. No, no, no. I stopped. I stopped at the part I think where the Beast Titan, which is the guy's son,
Yep.
uh, he like goes and like Levi goes ham on all the Titans in a circle and almost kills him, and then he gets
Yes.
away on the weird little scooter Titan.
The cart titan.
Um,
Scooter
Yep.
Titan. Is it the
the,
cart?
the
Yeah. What's
cart
the point
Titan.
of the cart Titan?
He just
Literally
carries.
to be a
I don't
cart.
know.
Just carry
That
stuff.
seems
It's
so
pretty
lame.
useless. Has no defenses. It's got a big old face. It's the jaw type titan, but worse.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
hideous.
It's atrocious.
So I think that's around the time I had stopped. Like they were trying to get through that little like unwalled section, or like that they were trying to defend that one wall, and
Yeah.
then the Beast Titan shows up and they're just like throwing rocks into the thing, and they do that like ride where they all ride out to fight them, and they just get
Get
mowed
Ervin's
down.
speech. Yep.
Yeah, and then Levi goes ham and just murks them all, and then um, I think that's the last I've seen like that around there.
Yeah. So between your synopsis and Wikipedia jogged my memory enough. So yeah, they after that fight, they go and they make their way to Aaron's basement, and that's how they discover all the stuff you were talking about how Zeke was the son of Aaron's dad over in the other civilization, and how um, there's titans in the walls, and there's this other civilization and all these specific titans and this and that and the other. Um, so yeah, it was the big fight where they're trying to take back that initial wall. You're so close though. There's some. I'm not gonna say you're past all the plot twists and all the like big hairy changes, but you made it through most of them. I think it's worth finishing. Yeah, the worst of it's behind you.
Okay, I'll watch it. Brett also told me, Brett from work was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, this season 4 is just all about domestic terrorism." I'm like,
Yes.
"Oh, okay. Well then, I'll watch that sometime."
I'll watch a show about that. Okay. Sign me
Well,
up.
you said you like how the beginning of the beginning of a series, it's all new like characters and a civilization, and how like you learn about how all them and their powers and things work. And season 4, the beginning of it is very much that way. You get kind of thrown into something else and then like another story, and then they connect to uh, what's going on behind the walls. So I think you'd enjoy it, but and then
Okay.
not enjoy it
Okay.
maybe.
We'll see.
TBD.
It depends.
We'll see. I'll put it on the list. There's a list, and it's a pretty long list, but I'm finishing My Hero again, so I can get caught up, and then I can look at Attack on Titan again. We'll see.
All
Maybe
right.
Sarah won't watch that with me though, and I can just watch that one myself. We'll see.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Well, I want to jump back to JJK if that's okay, because I really want to talk about the finale.
yeah.
Uh, did you watch the last episode? Dope.
I don't mind about spoilers, by the way. Go ahead.
Gotta get on it, man. By the way, real quick though, I really did finish the Blue Samurai.
Yeah,
You just half asleep when you were trying to watch it.
I could tell that I like watched the first little bit and then I fell asleep. The last time I was like, oh yeah, I finished it, because I remember watching the last episode and I couldn't remember if I finished it or not. But as I was talking to you about it, I was like, wait a minute, what happened at the end? But now I know. So I'm not gonna spoil that for Josh, but it was interesting. It definitely leads up into the next season. But as
yeah.
JJK finale, super good. I'm really excited. They get into Kenjaku's big plan for what he's trying to accomplish ultimately, and it's basically an apocalypse of the entire world. But I like that Yuki showed up. Yuta is going to be a lot more integral in the next season. Um, I'm just I'm disappointed that I don't get to see Yuki fight until next season, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And I'm kind of in the boat with a lot of other people. I feel like Yuki was done dirty because she's one of the only special grade sorcerers, and she doesn't have the opportunity to just kick somebody's trash and like and just kind of display her power. Like they display her power in her fight, but I just want it to be more kind of Gojo-esque, where she's like, yeah, you aren't nothing compared to me.
Well, the
But
other three special grades that we get to see, Yuta, Geto, and Gojo, they all have several
mhm.
times that we see they are displayed as special grades. And Yuki just
Yeah,
doesn't. This was supposed to be um, the first time we get to see her and like why she's a special grade. We don't see that until her, like you said, her fight, singular, her one fight she has, like that we get to
yep,
really see.
singular.
And I think it's a huge, uh, um, I don't know. Yeah, they did her dirty. I think that's a huge
It's a
missed
disservice to
opportunity.
her.
Yeah, and to us, like that would be. She's so cool. And once you don't find out even why she's special grade or what her power is until much, much later. And when we find out, I'm like, man, that would have been pretty cool to see. Anyways,
A couple other times.
yeah.
I mean,
Now,
I'm excited to see her be involved in the fight at all. And
me too.
Yuta, uh, Chozo, you know, and for spoiler, Gojo to come back, but that's still probably not even going to happen
For a
next
while.
season.
It'll be a while.
Yeah, it's not going to happen for a while at least. But she did kick her Shikigami through that curse, so there was
yeah.
a tiny display of her power.
Yeah. Yeah, we get the idea that she's super tough. She's really tough. But I remember when I was reading the manga for this, and so in this episode it goes
Mhm.
from their fight and Geto slash Kenjaku slash Tomonor, whatever his name is, Kamo Noritoshi. He has so many names, but Kenjaku, um, he tells his plan, and everyone's like, "Oh shoot!" Like, and they go to jump on him, and then all of a sudden, we're just past it. And I thought I like missed a chapter, I'd missed something, this, that, or the other. Um, but no, it just hard cuts to like them on the news, just yeah, all of there's just like this big blank space in Tokyo, like don't go over like this area. And then we see, I'm
Don't go
really
over there.
glad, don't go over there. It's not good. And I was glad they uh, introduced, like you said, Utah into this, especially since we're gonna have such a wait until the next season, till season 3, where they uh, actually get into the culling games. Um, it was
Mhm.
cool that we got to see Utah and got to see kind of what a teaser of what's coming in the next season. So I'm excited for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, Daniel, you got to catch up. You got plenty of time because they haven't even announced a specific date for the next season, and I don't know what else you're watching right now, um, but there's not like a ton out right now. I know they're coming out with a bunch of cool stuff um, in January.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll catch up. Sarah is like, maybe we don't watch JJK, and I'm like, maybe you're
Maybe.
right. We'll see. I probably will watch it, catch up, and
or maybe you
read.
do watch JJK.
Maybe we do. I still have to watch the third season of Shield Hero, and I
That's
have
right.
to watch. There's just a few that I've been waiting for it all to come out. I don't like to watch them as they're coming out. I like to watch it all in one go.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, there's some shows and stuff. Like I'm waiting for Spy Family to come all the way out this next new season before I watch it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just my thing.
That's my thing.
But once we're done with My Hero again, we're gonna we'll start jumping thing to thing.
That's fair. Yeah, I forgot you hadn't watched um, Shield Hero, and that's definitely a good one that's coming, or a good one that you need to watch. Um, and I don't think you've watched that either, have you, Josh?
Nope, Shield Hero, and I haven't watched My Hero either. So I was just looking that up to see how much. So season 7 is starting in this upcoming spring, so I'd have 6
Mm-hmm.
seasons to catch up on that. And Shield Hero is how long?
Yep,
Just three.
three
Sweet.
seasons right now. Yeah.
I can do
Season
that.
one is bomb. I love it. It's great. Season two was like, what happened? But I hear season three is like nice.
Yeah,
So
one and
I
three. You got to kind of tough through season two, but one and three are great. I think one is definitely the best, and you at least need to watch that. I think Jordan has also suggested that one to you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I would suggest definitely watch that. And as far as upcoming shows, if you want to start a show that you may not have any experience with, and I know Daniel has like the 5 episode test before he likes a show,
Mm-hmm.
but um, Solo Leveling is hugely anticipated. Like people have been waiting for this to come out for ages, and they're finally coming out with Solo Leveling. So I haven't read the
Oh, I've heard
manga
about this.
myself. I think I started like, yeah, I think most people have heard about Solo Leveling. They've either read the manga or they've heard about it, and they've been coming out with trailers for ages. So uh, I have high hopes.
Okay. And
But if
that
you want something funny, watch Mashal.
that's
That's
on my
one.
list. Yeah. Dave has been trying to get me to watch that for a while. So I've been working my way through my list. Mashal's right up there. Um, when does Solo Leveling come out?
I think it's January 6th is
Oh, so
when the
it's coming,
first
coming.
episode comes out.
Fun. All
Yep.
right, I'll jump on that as it comes out. That'll be good.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's our time.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Yeah,
And
anytime. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm just kind of working on an episode where we do a panel, and I might try to get as many people as we can for that panel. I'll tell you some details upcoming, but there's one that I'm excited about. So
all right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all in the next one.
cool.
Okay. See ya.
あの夜も